So I'm Joshua Grosso. I'm the Quality Program Manager at STR-Registrar. In our office we have a 7-person administrative staff that utilizes Qualtrax to manage our business and push out the content of that workflow to over 100 subcontracted audit team members that are located globally. We've simplified the use of Qualtrax in our facility by utilizing Qualtrax to electronically submit information to our auditors. For example, our document control system at one time before the use of Qualtrax was to scan all of our documents, our approved procedures, onto a disk, ship that disk around to 50 US-based auditors and have them sign off on a sheet and mail that back to us. You can consider how time-consuming that was at one point in time for us, that in some cases by the time that CD came back completely signed off, we had already revised the procedure or the forms, and so we were going through that process again. Nowadays we're able to post our approved procedures with the approval history directly in Qualtrax. Our auditors receive a notification through email that a new document has been approved and that they're required to go review and begin using that procedure. I would say resource-wise now, we no longer pay consultants to come in and audit our systems. We no longer spend such a great deal of time auditing those record packages. We are now able to kind of take it a step further and really begin to audit our processes through the use of the electronic records. In short, we no longer have issues maintaining consistent records, so now we focus our resources on perfecting our process. From a quality standpoint, all of our internal corrective actions are placed into Qualtrax. We have an internal audit workflow that we utilize, the ability for the document control and management of qualification of auditors, or consider it calibration of auditors, which is what STRR would consider our equipment to provide our service. You would say that the quality department has a huge amount of stock and use in the Qualtrax as far as the records and workflows. We are beginning to pull in our AR and AP departments, our financial departments, in various ways, either at the beginning of some workflows or at the end of some workflows. But eventually we envision almost all systems and processes utilized by STRR to provide our service to our clients through the record of a workflow or a document or a process within Qualtrax. Our audit preparation time has been reduced in the sense that we are able to structure a document portion of the audit through the simple browse feature. We can look at our document trees and we can say, okay, if I'm going to audit the administrative portion of the audit assignment process, we can easily go look in our document tree. We look at our folder entitled QSLP 2.1, and under QSLP 2.1 would be all of the forms, procedures, and work instructions for all of the staff members that would be handling audit assignment and processing. And so for us, it's very easy to go right in there, identify the procedures and SOPs that we will audit against to ensure that our staff members are conforming to our internal procedures and policies. SAAS, ANAB, and ANSI, if you were to look at our last 3 reports from each of those accreditation bodies, you'll find that the positive comments they place there is that our system under Qualtrax is one of the most perfect systems they've seen for the management of audit activities and certification decisions. I would say the most significant savings that Qualtrax has presented to STRR is in resource and human time. Part of our requirements as an accredited certification body is to maintain a list of all certified clients that may have been certified that year, all transfers of certifications that we've taken throughout the year, and basically any formal decision that we've made to provide somebody with certification is part of a load of data that has to be provided to the accreditation body. At one point in time, we maintained Excel lists, we maintained internet, web-based lists of our clients, and now, since everything is processed through Qualtrax, we no longer have to maintain other external lists, ensure they're accurate. Similarly, we're approved vendor list. We no longer have to maintain that, since we couldn't ever assign an audit without putting that information into Qualtrax. So we simply run a report on how many certification decisions have been made that year, and we have that data as accurate as possible, because otherwise we would have never done the audit if it wasn't scheduled through Qualtrax. So I would say resource time is probably the most significant savings. I would recommend Qualtrax to others in my industry because there is a great deal of requirements regarding document control and record control. And I see these two aspects as the most pertinent use of Qualtrax. You can define through a workflow what sort of records you'll expect to be kept. That will always be a consistent record as long as you place those required fields where they're necessary. Also, the document control feature allows you to ensure the approval and revision status is maintained and is auditable by external auditors as well as our internal auditors. And so I would recommend the use to anyone who struggles with maintaining current and approved documents at the point of use, and anybody that struggles with maintaining consistent and accurate records for any activities they do according to their business service.